welcome to the Beacon of Light podcast. We are so happy that you're here this evening, and maybe where you are, there's a big storm coming in. So we hope you all out there are safe. And tonight we have an amazing author. Her name is Sarah Phillips, and we can't wait to get a hold of what she has to dive into with her book, Holly's Christmas Quest. But before I start talking to her, we're going to jump into this.
I'm April Tribe Juke. Welcome to the Beacon of Light podcast. I believe we are all made with light, and light is hope. This podcast brings authors who write stories of hope to all of you. Your journey to be inspired and amplified by these stories starts now.
And we are back. Welcome, Sarah, and how are you this evening?
I'm fine, thank you. We have that storm you're talking about heading our way, but staying warm.
Awesome. So share with us a little bit about yourself.
Well, I'm originally from England. I was born in Portsmouth, England on a snowy Christmas day, and I now call Clearfield, Utah home. And I'm married with 4 wonderful children, and I'm happy to be here. It's the first time I've ever tried to writing a book, but it was a great experience and very, very rewarding.
I bet. The whole concept about writing and putting something of your heart in words is, it's pretty immortal. It's life lasting.
Yes.
And what we hope for you tonight with our Beacon of Light audience and to go beyond is that we will amplify what your message is. So tell us a little bit about your book, Holly's Christmas Quest.
Okay, so there's shadows of my own life in this story that I wrote. My main character in the book is called Holly Christmas, and she is a little girl and was born on a snowy Christmas day in England, just like myself. And she's the youngest of 5 children in the Christmas family. And yes, their last name really is Christmas. One of the shadows that I was talking about of my own life is during the summer, I was doing some family history work, and I came across the name Christmas of one of my ancestors. His name was Thomas Christmas. And I thought, what a great name. And I wanted Thomas Christmas to be one of the characters in my book. And if you read it, you'll find out that he is. And in the story, Holly goes on an adventure, a snowy London adventure. There's nothing more magical than London on Christmas Day, and especially when it's snowy. And so Holly's father had made an arrangement with Santa, or Father Christmas as we call him in England, to deliver Holly's birthday presents after he'd finished with his Christmas delivery. So, I mean, how wonderful and magical is that to have Father Christmas deliver your birthday presents? But on Holly's 8th birthday, Father Christmas doesn't come with her delivery. So she goes on a quest, Holly's quest, to find Father Christmas and to save Christmas.
What a wonderful adventure. The concept really of having a birthday on a day that is shared and so special and holy for many people,
yes,
is a great, great setting. And it's fun to hear that you share that. And I love the shadow that is within that.
Yes.
So this quest that she goes on as a character in a book, what are some of the things that she will experience?
So she starts out by being very much more concerned about where her birthday presents, because Father Christmas didn't come with her birthday presents. And then as she embarks on her journey, she meets lots of people on her way and kind of forgets about those thoughts of where are my birthday presents? And she comes across people and from all different walks of life, and ends up being very helpful and sweet to the people that she meets. And I think she learned some really great life lessons and things about herself.
Isn't that how it is?
Yes.
People truly are a reflective mirror of what we can learn deeper. And I believe that Heavenly Father places these people within our lives to help us go and evaluate, maybe seek deeper, maybe look in comparison. Maybe there's
Yes.
people who you meet that are not so great, and you can compare that and say, I think I'm doing okay. I'm going to come back over here.
Yeah.
And there's others that really are that mirror that reflect back what you really want to see in the mirror. And if you
Yes.
use your eyes to look and to go in deep to your soul, there are real lessons there. So it sounds like Holly is going to learn some of these. And I love the fact that as a child, she's 8, so very impressionable,
Yes.
can make great choices and really can impact others who she meets and take in like a sponge what she wants to bring forward.
Yeah.
So can you tell me a little bit about Thomas Christmas in your book?
Yes. So Thomas William Christmas is Holly's guardian angel. And I'm kind of spoiling the surprise a bit because we don't find that out until the end. But we'll give you some teasers about that. And so he is the ancestor. That the name I come across was Thomas Christmas that I found this summer. And he meets Holly right at the end of her journey and helps her to see what she has done, because she doesn't realize that all the things that she was doing really had any kind of big impact or effect on people. And one of Thomas's lines is, kindness spreads like a ripple. And he said, Thomas teaches Holly that sometimes even the smallest acts of kindness can have the biggest effects and the biggest ripples. And we never know, when we're doing something that might seem small and insignificant, the kind of impact that act can have on people. And in fact, one of the people that Holly meets on her journey is a police officer. His name is Constable Jones. And Holly does a very simple thing by giving him a little reindeer biscuit or cookie that she's packed for her journey. And very small thing, but it means so much to the constable. He's there working on Christmas Day. You know, he's in his line of work. He sees some kind of bad things and bad things happening in the world. And so that sweetness and love that Holly shows to him has an impact not only on him, but Thomas teaches her for generations, because Thomas's children grow up in a happy home, and so it goes on through the generations. And I think that's one of the most important things that Holly learns on her journey is kindness spreads like a ripple.
That's beautifully said. As we ripple out within our own lives, we hope that the light and hope that we share really can be. It's not from a place of selfishness. I hope that it comes from humility and simplicity. And as kindness is given, so much is in return. And it's really interesting. I was just watching a video recently about a man who was focused on treasures and gold and everything the world could give him. But there was a catch. In getting this gold, there was a choice he needed to make.
Mm-hmm.
And upon this journey, he found children, thousands and thousands of children who were enslaved. And it came to the point where it was to leave with the riches or to get rid of them and save the children.
Yes.
And he makes the best choice, which is to save the children. And there is a smile captured. It's just on film. It's a movie. But his smile really shows the intensity of how, when you see a need and people can be impacted by that, changes your focus. So it
Yes.
sounds a similar idea of focus changing for Holly from her
Yes.
birthday gifts
Yeah.
to something deeper.
Yes,
That's fantastic.
definitely. Yes.
That's wonderful. That's wonderful. So, Sarah, this is one of your first books, is that right?
Yes, my first book. Yes.
Are there more books maybe as part of a series or ideas that you have that you would like to write?
Well, so in the book we meet Holly's older brother called Hector Christmas, and he's a little bit naughty and mischievous. His favorite pastime is to tease Holly. And my family, even though he's naughty and mischievous, kind of love Hector. Feel like he's kind of a deep down inside a lovable character. And so they're asking me to write Hector's story next. So we're thinking about maybe Hector's Christmas mystery, and where things go wrong on Christmas Day, and Hector has to prove his innocence. And so it'll be in keeping with Holly's story about love and kindness and family and traditions. And also there'll be a good dose of forgiveness in there, because we've got to get to the bottom of this mystery and why so many things went wrong on Christmas Day, and was it really Hector's fault? So I think we've got that in the pipeline, maybe coming next for next Christmas.
That's wonderful. It's fun to see how sometimes a character that comes from your mind, suddenly it's like you get to sit and interview them.
Yes.
And wonder, well, tell me more about yourself, Hector.
Yeah, definitely. I this, like you said, this is the first book I've written, and these characters have suddenly become so real to me. And as I mentioned earlier, my birthday's on Christmas Day. So on Christmas Day, when I woke up, in the morning, I thought, oh, it's my birthday today. And then suddenly I thought, well, and it's Holly's birthday too. She felt so real to me.
And that is a sign of a great author, because in the character, if we can feel how real they are, your reader will feel that impact too.
Yes.
I love to just think and love to read about authors and how they, quote, interview and develop their characters and have deep conversations with them, and
absolutely.
explore even more. And I love Hector's mischievous nature. Yes. See if he's really going to be innocent. I felt a little grinchy when you were talking about that, like, I wonder what's going to happen.
A lot of mischief, and when I mentioned about the shadows in my life, I kind of thought of my own big brother, and my own big brother is lovely, and but he did tease me a bit when I was younger, and I remember him one day saying to me that the Christmas I was born, I kind of spoiled that day for him, because he just wanted to stay home and play with his toys, and instead he had to go to the hospital and meet his new baby sister. So my brother is a nice guy, not really so mean, perhaps not as mean as Hector is to Holly, but it was kind of fun to draw those parallels with him.
Yes, it is fun to see how all those things really come about. Yes. So you mentioned when you discovered this last name in doing family history and looking at ancestors. In those discoveries, are some of those ancestors also connected with stories? Have anyone placed stories in there? And as you're reading, your eyes are kind of popped open of, wow, I didn't know that about great aunt whomever or great great grandpa. And in reading some of those, do you think you could base more characters off of these real people?
Well, I don't even have to go that far back to just in my line to talk about my mum and her stories and the impacts that she has on me. And she actually did have on this story, Holly's Christmas Quest. Holly's mum in the story is called Merry Christmas, which how sweet is that she ended up marrying John Christmas, and her name's Mary, and she's Merry Christmas. But but she's very much based on my mum. My mum always made my Christmas and birthday so magical. She was a single mother and she raised 5 children on her own, yet somehow my birthday and Christmas was special. And she worried that because I was born on Christmas Day, my birthday would be, overshadowed with the Christmas festivities. And so at 6 o'clock, and that's the time I was born on December 25th, Christmas was put on pause and my birthday was celebrated. And she made my birthday so special. And that's just how it is for Holly and her mum, Merry Christmas, in the book. And I actually looked up what the last name Christmas means when it was given to people who were born on Christmas Day or who were organizers of Christmas festivities. And so when you meet the Christmas family, you will see that they love and cherish Christmas like no other people, yet they always remember the true meaning of Christmas.
That is beautifully said. And when we do that, you can never go wrong. Your heart is just impacted and filled with love for an innocent babe who came as King of all kings.
Definitely.
To bring this peace to the world in such humble circumstances. And I know it's fresh on our mind. It's only been a few weeks since Christmas. And I think sometimes in just how we as people maybe focus down a little too much, if we keep it broad and keep Christmas in our heart through the year, the acts of kindness, charity, love, listening, giving should be a part of our daily lives as opposed to just a one time through the year. Yes. So it is fun to have that reminder within your heart. I know we discussed a little bit through email thinking, well, should we wait until the fall to get everyone excited again? And it was very clear to me, said, in 2024, what better year to have more kindness and love within our hearts and to remember that Christmas can be through the entire year.
Yes, I just like you said, when we were communicating, I mentioned to you, I said, well, should we wait, until closer to Christmas of 2024? And like you said, Christmas is fresh on everyone's minds. And then I remembered from our story, when Holly returns home from her adventure, she finds a letter from Father Christmas. And one of the things he says in his letter that Christmas is a time when people are usually kind-hearted and show lots of goodness and kindness, but the real secret is to remember to be that way all year long. So I thought, well, yes, it's perfect to talk about a Christmas book in January or July or October. It's just it's always a perfect time to talk about Christmas and kindness and all of those wonderful things that we see that Holly extends to others in the story.
I agree. Beautifully said. There are just so many great things. Looks like you have a lot of people popping up here. Hello, Sarah. We love your name. Incredible. Can't wait to read this book.
Oh, that's so nice. Thank you.
So nice. So speaking of that, where is the best place that we can get a copy of this book?
So I think you've shared my link. It's in several places. It's on Amazon. It's on Barnes & Noble, Apple Books. You can download the ebook. And all profits from the ebook sales this season, we've got going towards a lovely girl called Rachel Hull, who is battling a rare form of blood cancer. And so we've got our profits going towards her expenses and just trying to make her struggles a little bit easier.
What a beautiful pairing to know how this kindness in purchasing the book can go forward and help somebody who is in great need.
And it's part of Thomas's his what he teaches Holly, kindness spreads like a ripple, and we're hoping this will spread and really help Rachel in her fight against cancer.
Wow, beautifully said. Cancer is something that touches many hearts
Yes.
and lives, and I think it plays a part in how we love one another, how we help one another, and how
Yes.
we think about others. And that's something super important about so many things in so many ways. I think that the concept of Christmas and birthdays and giving and being kind, there's so much. I know this year has been a very special Christmas for our family in the sense that we wanted to make a special focus on giving, and opportunities popped up which were just beautiful, small but maybe meaningful.
Yes.
And right towards Christmas Eve, a family was given to us to see what we could help with. And I don't say that as bragging, I say that as an opportunity to watch my children
Yes.
wrap, think about. I grabbed my 9-year-old and I said, do you want to come and we can find things that you think this 2-year-old and 1-year-old would like? And he was like, me? I get to help pick? And I'm like, yeah, come on. So it was so fun. And he selected things that he thought about. It wasn't like, meh, I guess. Real thought. And for a little kiddo who likes to kind of bounce around, I noticed a change. And that was
so
a beautiful thing.
Yes, that's wonderful. That's great.
So impact of Christmas can be everywhere, just like in Holly's quest.
Yes.
So go out and grab this book, prepare yourself through the year. You can grab it at Barnes & Noble, at Amazon. We have some links within the blog, and thank you so many people who read through the blog and made comments. And it was a beautiful thing to watch those numbers grow and share the word out to everyone.
Yeah,
that's what we hope to do.
I'm so grateful for the support and kindness and love that's been shown to me through this new adventure, something I've never tried before. And I did want to mention, one of the most important things that Holly learns on her journey is she sets out to save Christmas because Father Christmas is missing. And I mentioned about, the people she meets along the way and the kindness that she shows to others and the things that she learns. But the most important lesson that she learns, and her guardian angel Thomas helps her to see this. He says to her, he said, no, you did. She says, I didn't save Christmas. And he said, no, you didn't save Christmas. Christmas never needed to be saved. And he said, Christmas, we never save Christmas. It always saves us. Christmas always saves all of us in the end. And what is Christmas? It's the birth of Christ. So it's the birth of Christ, and the fact that he died for us is that what Holly learns saves us all in the end.
Well, with that being said, I think that is a perfect place to end this podcast tonight. Thank you so much, Sarah. And go out, grab that book. I'm going to put it up here on the screen again, so don't mind my eyes as I go up and down here.
Thank you,
Holly. You're welcome. We've got Holly's Christmas Quest. Again, this is Sarah Phillips. Grab that book. Share it with those whom you love. Share it with those whom you don't even know yet. And keep Christmas within your heart.
Absolutely.
Thank you, Sarah.
Thank you so much. Thank you. Thank you, everyone. Good night.
Good night, everybody.